Hello everyone, it's Nutan Deep and welcome back to my channel. I thought let's have a talk with you as usual, my same line. The thing is, to speak English, what matters a lot. To learn to speak English, what matters a lot, which is the passion. The passion of learning English, passion of speaking English. See, learning English and speaking English, two different things. You are learning English. If you are learning English, you are going through that language and you are exploring there, okay. But practically, you are doing speaking, practicing. You push yourself to talk and you come out from your comfortable zone and then you talk, then you start a conversation in English. That's called speaking. So, learning and speaking are two different things. And if I talk about the passion you need to bring out of your own. If you have the interest, the willingness to learn English as well as to speak English, you need to just push yourself to talk in English. See, I want to just put this my views in front of you. And the thing is, learning English, not learning, speaking English has never been that easy for me because nobody told me that you have to do this and that. And in my time, when I was in my college, I was doing my schooling, there was no one who would guide me, and I think there was no such sort of resources like YouTube, or maybe it would be there, but I was not having that. It was a far cry for me to indulge in such things like getting the resources. Using a phone, it's a big deal for me. It used to be that time. I didn't have a phone, and that time these sort of smartphone was not there at that time. I think it's been 15 or 16 years ago. So maybe you are thinking that she is learning to speak English for a long time. She has been learning to speak English for such a long time. But yes, this is the fact, and it has been really not really good mix up, the mixture of two feelings, good and bad, and sometimes a little bit humiliating also. When I couldn't speak in English, I couldn't respond in English, so it used to be so much difficult and humiliating sometimes for me to interact with such person officially. Like if I had to you know face such people, confront such people, and to whom I had to talk in English, my confidence level was too down, and I couldn't even start some sentences in English. I couldn't even do small talk. So the major thing is that I never ever been told that you have to do this and that, and you have to do such speaking practicing, and you should listen English podcast or English movies you have to watch. Nobody told me this. I think it all of a sudden uh, came up in my mind that I should listen. I worked upon listening. First of all, I want to share you this thing. I worked upon listening podcast, And initially it was so difficult for me to understand, because I was not used to of that thing, listening things. So it was difficult for me initially. As I started listening videos, podcast in English, I'm talking about, I think, 3 or 4 years back time. So I think since then I have been working on my English, not regularly, not on a daily basis. As I earlier told you that I do not do my speaking practicing on a daily basis. Whenever I make videos, I shoot videos, there I talk in English, and a little bit I do self talk in English. That's it. So it's all depends on your speaking practicing. And yes, I used to do my I used to do my speaking practicing by getting my voice recorded, because I have no one, and earlier I had no one to talk in English. So uh, that has been difficult for me. And in addition to that, I want to tell you that, see, maybe I had no one to talk in English and to do speaking practicing in English, but yes, by doing so, by doing self talk in English and getting my voice recorded, I think I improved my spoken English. So this is the good way to get your voice recorded, and in that duration of time you have to talk in English. So this is a good way to start your speaking practicing. So I think that's all for today. Stay tuned. Thank you.